Hey, it's Drybear. With Summer Games Fest concluded, a whole bunch of announcements went out, but I want to focus on one of them for this video, and that is the official launch date for Mecha BREAK. This is a huge game. I covered it about 9 months ago when they did their like closed testing. They did like a short beta. They did like an Xbox only beta in the time, and they had originally set for a spring release. So they were talking about this game coming out like early mid-spring. We were thinking maybe like March or April. However, they have expanded the scope of the game. Originally, when they were talking about Mecha BREAK coming to PC and Xbox first, PlayStation to follow shortly later this year, they were talking about it as a PvP mecha game. And to be honest, I love mecha. We don't get a lot of mecha games, you know, really, like they're just very few and far between, and oftentimes they're just not in the spirit. But I don't think that Mecha BREAK fits in that role. The PvP mode, like the multiplayer PvP modes of Mecha BREAK are so incredibly awesome. It's like a class-based, mecha-based game. The PvP is awesome, and we thought they were going to launch like early spring with the PvP only. However, they have recently expanded the scope significantly. Not only did they drop a major new trailer, which you're watching on screen right now, for Summer Games Fest, they commissioned Hiroyuki Sawano and Lisa, two of my favorite singer-songwriter composers, very expensive and highly paid. They do like a lot of your favorite soundtracks for animes like Attack on Titan, Solo Leveling, all of that is done by this pair. So them being able to afford that is kind of crazy, and also just shows the scope they're going for with Mecha BREAK. With their last set of testing about 2 months ago, they expanded the scope. It's not just a PvP game anymore. They added in this crazy like open world exploration, like 3 versus X mode where you like save people and you find missions, and it's like this big, like almost like open world MMO-ish style gameplay. But they also still have the PvP modes. I kind of wanted to highlight some of the cool things about Mecha BREAK and what to look forward to, and they have announced that it is July 1st coming with the full release on Xbox and PC, so just under a month now, Mecha BREAK will be available. It will be later on PS5 later this year. It sounds like they're doing only current gen consoles, so Series X and S for Xbox and PlayStation 5, but will be playable on July 1st for Series X and S for Xbox and PC, and then later this year, hopefully not too much later, PlayStation 5 as well. Which, correction on that, is actually just Lako, which they used her for a lot of the Fate songs. So if you ever watch like the Fate series in anime, then Lako is the good go-to. It is still Sawano composing, but Lako is there. The song is called Upgrade D if you want to see it. I'm sure they paid out the butthole for the price on this one, but it's a great, awesome song. Hopefully they put a standalone for it and put it on Spotify, but that is going to be that. Now, if you're curious, I did a whole bunch of guides on Mecha BREAK. They're on the channel from when they first did their big PvP test, and honestly, again, the game is so much fun. You have a whole bunch of different mechs that you can play that fill different roles. Some are very fast, some are very defensive. You have turret modes, you have ones that are good at melee, and it just feels like it's one of the, you know, aside from Armored Core, I would say it's one of the best mech games that we've gotten in quite a long time, and it has a really cool, like, you know, multiplayer PvP setup. They also recently added in like a hangar mode where you can walk around in the hangar. They're trying to expand the universe to be more like you have your pilot that you can customize as a customizable character. You have the mech that you can choose, and they're also trying to add a whole bunch of storytelling and campaign to the game as well, so that you can tell that they're going really hard on this game. So the footage you see right here is from my videos, you know, last year, going over the PvP mode. Super fun, super cool. There's a mech style for everyone, depending on how you want to play. There's some that focus on melee. This Panther here is good at one-shotting characters, kind of like Assassin's type character. So it plays a little bit like MOBA PvP, like hero shooter PvP with really strong mech combat. The overall, like the netcode feels really strong. So if you haven't checked out Mecha BREAK, I encourage you to do so. And with it coming out on July 1st, we have just under a month to wait on that front. And honestly, the game, I would say, if they were just doing the multiplayer PvP mode, was ready to go at the start of the year, but they decided to make the scope bigger. So, you know, with the recent, at the end of 2024, start of 2025, they showed off their new hangar mode where you can actually walk the hangar as a pilot, see all the mechs. They added in like playable areas, different NPCs, mission boards, the ability to like actually like engage with other players prior going into a mission, new intro cinematics, and they also showed off their big like multiplayer mode where you can actually go through, find materials, save people that are being attacked by mechs, and kind of just show the scale of the game overall with the hangar and everything like that. And now it seems like they're going even bigger with like an actual full campaign and everything along. So the scope of this game has ballooned like crazy, and everything looks really, really good. Now, there were some controversial aspects in the most recent patch. They did actually show off like battle pass information, progression information, and potentially even some ways to like buy boxes and unlock boxes. But they did expand the customization system as well. And hopefully with the last round of testing, they took all that feedback to heart of people just kind of commenting on how they felt about the unlocks, the progression, and everything else. But I can attest that the gameplay itself is rock solid and is super fun. And hopefully we get potentially even some PvP and like some esports style stuff too, because there were a lot of people that got pretty hardcore about climbing the ranks in Mecha BREAK for the early betas. There are like support roles and tank roles, frontline roles, flanker roles, assassin roles, and some just really solid gameplay for Mecha all around. And I also love to see some expansions to the lineup as well of the mechs that we had available in the game. It would be nice to see some new ones make their way into the lineup and actually show up for the full release of the game in a month. And they probably do have some surprises for us as well. Now, it was a bit of a shock when they decided to expand the scope and add in like some like missions with voice acting and like you talking to other pilots, taking on big mechs, and then their new like PvPvE mode with open world and large maps. And with this new trailer that they just launched a couple hours ago, it does show like a little bit of the campaign. Their idea is like there's this crystallization happening, people being completely turned over, lots of war between different organizations, different makers of mechs, and then also some kind of infection that's spreading throughout the galaxy. And they're even showing like humanoid characters, a lot more voice acting and individual stuff like that. And then you being able to come in and deal with people on foot, people on the ground, and then being a pilot in a big mech as well. So if you haven't, had Mecha BREAK on your radar, definitely put it on your radar. It's coming in less than a month now. July 1st is the full release for Xbox and PC, and then later this year for PlayStation as well. And there's a little bit of something for everyone. It seems like they have their PvE modes, they have their open world modes, their campaign mission modes, as well as the full PvP like matchmaking modes, which are going to be pretty cool as well. And honestly, I just wasn't expecting a trailer of this quality or of this scale, and I guess now it makes sense as to why they decided to delay. I was kind of upset about the delay at the start of the year of just like, hey, they said spring. It seems like they're just not like the game was ready to go. Like the beta felt so good. Why aren't they releasing? And I guess they decided that they wanted to go bigger and better than ever. So let me know what you think about Mecha BREAK. If you've played the beta or not, if you have, try to share some insights and feedback on your experience with the game for others who might be interested. And make sure to toss this on your wish list for the coming month for July 1st as well. It's definitely one to check out. This is not their first game either, but it is quite different for their repertoire on how they want to add to their games list, and everything, all signs point to this being a really cool addition to our lineup as well. If you found value in today's video, leave a like down below, leave a comment for the algorithm to help this video get seen by more people, and don't forget to check out my other channels for other content and other stuff and other things.